So today I'm going to be talking about the American dream. A lot of people seem to think that it is something that either never existed in the first place or it did exist and it's now dead. But just a couple years ago, 2016, approximately 1.5 million people came from outside the United States to live here. That's an increase from 2015 by about 7%, give or take. It went from 1.38 million to 1.5 million. More and more people are coming to the United States, but why are they coming to the United States? They have to be coming here for what is famously known as the American dream, or a chance to improve their circumstances in their life. Now, I think this is a relevant conversation, at least for us, because as college graduates, the idea of improving your circumstances might seem daunting. But with hard work and determination, it is possible to lead a life that not only you want, but the ones that your parents worked hard to give you. Now, I have to admit that I've had advantages provided to me in my lifetime that have allowed me to have a head start in life, if you will. But I do feel that I am the product of the American dream. Just real quick backstory, my great-grandmother came from Russia, and the first time she tried to get into the United States, they rejected her. She lived in Cuba for 3 years with nobody she knew. She didn't know Spanish, didn't know anybody, just kind of recognized some faces that were on the same boat. And then 3 years later, she tried to immigrate to the United States, and she was accepted. Although I never had the chance to meet her, she took a chance on coming to America so that her lineage could lead a good life. She had my grandmother. My grandmother never graduated college. My father never graduated college, and now here I am, less than a week away from graduating. I feel like as though this is almost the sort of culmination of the entire purpose of the American dream and what my great-grandma Rose came over here to do. So I'm here to talk about why the American dream is not only alive, but alive and well. I'm going to go over what the American dream is, sort of definition and history. I'm going to show that upward mobility is actually achievable, contrary to what a lot of people are saying, and that people are coming to the United States more so than most other countries, which I think does say something about the fact that there are opportunities here compared to other nations. So it's fine to talk about whether or not the American dream is dead, but without a little historical context and understanding of what the American dream actually is, it's not even a conversation worth having. So before the phrase the American dream was coined, the idea can be linked back to the Pilgrims. According to Jim Cullen, the author of The American Dream, A Short History of an Idea That Shaped Our Nation, that's his book, he wrote that the Pilgrims, while they didn't necessarily use that term, they would have identified and understood it. They lived as people who imagined a destiny for themselves and actively sought it out, not too unlike the basis of the American dream that a lot of us know today. We're going to take a jump forward in time. James Truslow Adams, he wrote in his book, The Epic of America, in 1931. This was during the height of the Great Depression, where nothing really seemed, well, as by the title of the era, it was pretty terrible. He was a pretty famous writer in his era, and he coined the term the American dream. He defined it as this: life should be better and richer and fuller for everyone, with opportunity for each according to ability or achievement. It's even an idea that's written on the Statue of Liberty, a symbol of American freedom. In Emma Lazarus's new poem, The New Colossus, give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to be free. This idea has spawned so many people to come to America and pursue a better life. It's in our laws, notably the Declaration of Independence. Everyone's created equal. Everyone is entitled to the right to pursue life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But is that actually achievable? A lot of people think no, but I'm here to tell you it actually is. For upward mobility to be achievable at all, though, people have to believe in the idea of the American dream first. That's currently the case in the United States among those both born in and outside the United States. In a poll that was recently conducted about the state of the American dream by Harris and Nielsen, which was commissioned by Express Employment Professionals, approximately 87% of people said they want to achieve the American dream, no matter where they were born, in, out. So just of all the people surveyed, 87% say they want the American dream. What's even more important, though, is that 86% of those who responded believed that the American dream is actually attainable. Now, what is the American dream in their definition? It's moving upward social brackets, economic brackets, things of that nature. It's owning a home, being financially secure, leaving a better life for your children, those sort of things. And all those who responded in the survey agreed that that was the idea of the American dream, improving your circumstances so that future generations could have a better lifestyle. To go along with this, about 80% of immigrants believe that the choices they make will impact whether or not they attain the American dream. The American dream isn't, something that's guaranteed for everyone. It comes with hard work and determination. So it's no surprise that people in the United States and outside the United States, most notably the immigrants, say that their choices will impact whether or not they attain the American dream. But if upward mobility was not possible, there would be no such thing as the American dream. It wouldn't be such an attractive place for so many foreigners to come. In an article written by John Tammy of Forbes.com, he presents some interesting statistics about socioeconomic mobility, most notably upward economic mobility. 43%, here is his stat, 43% of those raised in the bottom fifth of earners remain in that bracket. Now, that might seem like a depressing statistic, but on the flip side, because there is a flip side to everything, 57% are able to move up. That means 57% of people who are in the bottom fifth of earners or raised in that sort of economic environment are able to move up. This is good. Not great, but it's good. But I think this stat is much more telling that if you're willing to put in work and at least have the chance to improve your circumstance, that there's a better than even chance it will happen. Now, it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen, with a snap of a finger. It doesn't happen if you get lucky. No, it requires hard work, determination, years of success, possibly even generations of hard work for that to even become a reality. Like my grandma Rose, no one graduated college in our family until my uncle graduated in the early 80s. She came here in 1940. It took 40 years for someone in my family to graduate college in the United States. Now, that's the culmination of a lot of hard work from a lot of different people. It doesn't happen overnight. But given that there is economic mobility, and given that there is this history of advancing your stature in society, of improving your circumstances written into our laws, it's in our history, and economic upward mobility is achievable. Well, a lot of people seem to think that upward mobility isn't achievable. But I think the rate of immigration to our country symbolizes that the American dream is something that is still worth striving for. It is something that is still alive. It's still present in the minds of people who are leaving places like Venezuela, the Middle East. They're coming here because they're coming here for a reason. Now, how many people are coming here? More people come to America than just about any other country in the world. Currently, about 46 million total immigrants live in the United States. That accounts for nearly 20% of the world's total immigration population. Stats show that oftentimes the children of immigrants are significantly better off than their parents in a financial sense. Again, another representation of the idea that the American dream is not only alive, but it's thriving as well. The 20 million U.S.-born children of immigrants are significantly better off than their parents financially, and this was shown that the median annual household income of second-generation Americans in 2012 was $58,000, which is just $100 below the national average. That's significantly higher than the median annual household income of their parents, which is about $45,800. What do these stats tell us? Well, one, the rate of immigration to our country is higher, but why? Because the median household income increases by about $13,000. That's not an insignificant amount of money. That is a lot of money that can put a lot of food on the table, that is able to put children through school. They're coming here for a reason. It's not that this is just, it's not folklore. It's not what it once was. This is what America is. It is a chance to improve yourself. It is a chance to prove to yourself that through hard work, determination, that anything is possible. Now, I'm not one to believe in luck. I think what most people define as luck is, something just coming around to you whenever it does and, just kind of being in the right place at the right time. Now, I think that luck is defined as where hard work and determination meets timing. Sure, it's about being in the right place at the right time. But you're not going to be in the right place if you don't work hard. And you might not improve your situation. You might not. It's just a fact. People try hard at everything all the time and they don't succeed. But if you don't even have that hope, there's no point in even trying. People are coming here at record rates. People are coming to America in waves that we've never seen before. Yeah, there are more people in the world now than ever, and that might account for it. But compared to other countries such as Germany, there's no comparison. I mean, the next highest country has Germany has 7 million immigrants living in their country. Now that percentage is higher, but it doesn't even come close to touching the United States' 46 million total immigrant population. No, not even close. People have to work hard and long to achieve the American dream. But it is possible. And the fact that it's possible means that other people are going to keep coming here. Other people are going to keep living up to this ideal of the American dream and say, look, it's not going to happen overnight. I have to work hard. But at least there's that chance it could happen. A lot of people, where they're coming from, hard work, determination, living by the law, doesn't get them anywhere. They'll stay where they are forever. They've lived like that for centuries. And that's not what America is. That's why they're coming here. That's why the American dream is very alive. Some people might argue the American dream is dead. But that's simply not true based on economic and immigration data collected over the last 5 years or so. The American dream has been a cornerstone for American life ever since the Pilgrims got here. It's written in our Constitution, in our Declaration of Independence, on what is arguably the Statue of Liberty, the most symbolic form of freedom in America. The dream's achievable. It's not guaranteed. And with so many people coming to the United States, it surely says that not only does the American dream exist, but it's also in a very healthy state.